Fiends and Gentle Xenos, coming to you live from Rick Priestley's luxurious mansion. This is the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. And here is your host, Mr. Pink.
Hello and welcome everyone to this, the #1 Xenos shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. And as you can see, further proof of the shit show is the condition of my thumb right now, but you know, we can talk about that later. First off, I'd like to welcome my co-hosts, the lovely Hydra. Want to say hello, Hydra?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. And Hydra's video is up on screen. We've got the mighty Moloch.
Bon nuit.
Bonne nuit. That could be confused with good night, like you're going to bed. So we're gonna guess that you're not going to bed just now. And
I should say it again later.
all right. And next up, we have the friendly Flynnhammer. Hello, Flynn.
Hey.
Hello. Yes, thank you all for joining as co-hosts on this edition of the Creature Conference. And thank you to everyone who is following along at home, who may be joining us in the chat. We are so happy to have you.
And now
to start
repeat that and make it sound like you actually mean it.
What the hell are you talking about? Oh, all right. And Flynnhammer, can you let people know what part of... So if you don't know, if this is your first Creature Conference, every Creature Conference comes to you live from some part of Rick Priestley's palatial mansion. Flynnhammer, can you let the fine folks know what part of Rick Priestley's palatial mansion we're coming in live from this week?
So we're coming live from his terrarium, seeing as he's got the alien worlds with the alien terrain.
Oh, didn't we do
What?
Terrarium another
Wait.
time? I feel like we've done that before. It's okay. We can do it again, but...
It
Sorry.
was our greatest hit, so let's do it again.
Okay, sounds good. Coming to you live from Rick Priestley's terrarium. I feel like there's some joke in some sitcom. Letters is silent. Coming to you live from the terrarium in Rick Priestley's palatial mansion. It is your #1 Xeno shit show, the Creature Conference. Hello and welcome. Yeah. So how's everyone doing this week?
Good. I would say. I'm good. I'm fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Marco, how you doing?
For me, it was a very busy week job-wise because my business partner is on holiday, and obviously all the shit happened when he was away.
Of course.
Of course.
Hobby-wise, I was super glad to finally complete wave #2 on the Gene Stealer account, and I've sent it away to the painter, which makes me super happy. And
Fantastic.
also, someone from our circle just sent me one of his kit bashed models today. I won't divulge the name. I won't say which one it is.
Oh,
I'm super duper happy to get another awesome kit bash on my painting table later in the year.
sneaky deaky. Well, you can see that it's not Simon because he's got that fat patriarch right there, and you can see that it's not me because I got a box here that says Marco. That it's definitely hasn't been sent in the mail yet. So
Ooh.
it's not one of us. That's for sure.
Lucky me, I guess. Lucky me.
Lucky you.
Huh.
So when are you going to give us like hints? Are you going to like try and work up to it, or you're not going to divulge it at all?
Well, let me think about it at the moment if I can give a hint, which is not too easy to guess.
Sounds good.
I might drop a hint later on. Thanks. It's a good idea.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing to brighten up your week.
It's me. Oh.
What?
I just was happy to see my name on the box.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, Flynnhammer, how's your week been?
It's been a long week for me. Just more days in the office this week than normal. So everybody's just like, well, what have you done? You've got in more time. So just a bit tired that way. But apart from that, it's been pretty uneventful, which is nice.
Okay, well, that's good. For anyone who doesn't have the luxury of working from home and may think that sounds a bit rich, oh, I had to go into the office more times this week. Yo, once you start working from home, that's a real deal. I've had that experience. Having to go in like more than twice. Like my employer requires us to come into the office twice a week. So the weeks when I have to go in more than 2 days, it feels like a lot. Of course, people like Simon, who's a school teacher, is like, "Fuck you guys! I have to go in every day, or I don't get paid."
I've done my time doing the
In person?
going in every day in person. I did that. I had to work through the whole way through COVID, so for 2 years.
Yeah,
until I got my
but
current job.
Flynn,
So I've put in the hours.
Flynn, I think the issue is some people work their whole lives in the office, and some people are still working every day in the office right now. So it doesn't matter what you put in.
Yeah.
Listen, I started working when I was like 20, like office job, probably like 23, 24. Tell me you've been putting in the time. How long you been in office, Flynn?
So I've been working since I was 22.
Yeah, but you're like 24, so like what the heck?
3 weeks.
I am 30 next month.
Oh, hasta la vista. Happy birthday, buddy.
You look like you're 24.
No, I look so young, but I'm not.
Marco, what age did you start working in the office?
25, I guess, 26, something like that.
Oh shit, 27 years this year? Something like that? No, 28 years?
Yeah, pretty much on point. And
So
no
careful.
talk about home office.
Sorry, Flynn, careful saying that you put in your time, because you're a lucky boy. You're a lucky man. You came into this work thing at just the right time.
Yeah, no, but I'm not like, mine wasn't like office work. Mine was retail work. So it's
that's a good point. So you can understand folks who don't ever get to work from home because they work retail.
Yeah. So that's why I understood that bit of you getting the people who you're dealing with the great unwashed masses.
I don't think you're supposed to say that, but okay. Yeah. Okay. So every year you worked retail is worth at least 2 to 3 years of working in an office. Retail is another beast entirely.
Well, I guess we can agree on the fact that pain isn't measurable and isn't comparable. I think for some people this is easier to handle, and there are people who would vomit to do my job, and the other way around.
Yeah, true. There's also probably people who would vomit if they had to work from home every day.
Yeah. Well, I know that I did. At first I relished in the thought not to work in school, but at some point I realized that it was really destroying my nerve costume. Because the job, my nerves. It was
a German word.
Yeah, it's a German word. It's a German term that my emotional that was putting me in a funny mood.
It was erading your nerve armor.
Yes, nicely put.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks us Germans always have nerves of steel. It is not like that.
Yeah.
I wish it was.
Well, it's only because you keep telling me that you Germans have nerves of steel.
Yes. 2 weeks ago, I stumbled on an instruction the British soldiers got in the Second World War after Germany was defeated. The British soldiers were told in this instruction that the German soul is very vulnerable to sudden changes in the environment. So they should expect the Germans to be rather dramatic about little things. Awesome. And we still are like that, like nearly a century later.
Yes, absolutely.
I think it's kind of hilarious that it's like they're very sensitive about little things. Like it's kind of like belittling the fact that their country just got invaded. Well, you are so sensitive about such a little thing.
Well, that might be a point.
Oh my god. Oh, so my week was eventful, as you can see here from this lovely dressing that Nora helped apply. I was working on there's these warriors here trying to do a conversion, and I think I actually was carving this warrior head plate, and this lovely scalpel knife slipped and went like whoosh. And yeah, it was okay. It bled a lot, but it didn't hurt that much. And I got super glue on it right away. And yeah, so that was my hobby drama this week.
You did close the wound with super glue?
Of course, I'm a soldier.
Honestly, you're the first person I've ever heard do
What?
that.
Yeah,
Really?
me
I
too.
do it all the time.
It's like,
Really?
yeah, it's standard in the hobby. That's what super glue was invented for. Did you know the story?
I know that, but I thought nobody was dumb enough to actually try it.
Hey!
Yeah. Doesn't it burn like hell?
No, it doesn't burn at all.
No.
All it does is just set as soon as it touches water. You don't like open your wound and like pour it down in your wound. You hold your wound together and it goes like a fake scab over it.
Okay, interesting.
Because you know what happens when the super glue touches water,
I still
right?
rely on my press
Yes,
bandage.
But yeah, I can say for Simon, the Flynn, and me, we are all glad you made it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
We would have missed you, really. Like really, you would have missed.
Really? I really
Yes.
mean it.
I mean, the scalpel can slip into your throat as well, huh? Like into your eye.
Wow.
Are you trying to plan my death? What are you doing?
Death by a hobby supply. No one would suspect anything.
Well, the stupid thing is that when I bought this scalpel, the guy at the store literally made a joke because there's a ruler on it. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, like you're less likely to stab yourself with this thing. But if you do stab yourself, there's a handy ruler here so you can tell them how deep you jabbed it into your body. And of course, because he made that joke, it's out there in the universe, and then it happened to me.
Of course. So should we do a worst hobby accidents right now? I mean, how about Flynn, Simon, and me?
Oh sure, yeah, go for it.
Should I start?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
My greatest story is funny as hell because it was so stupid. I once had a bottle of super glue being stuck, you know, as it happens. If
In your butt?
It's a bottle of super glue being stuck.
Oh, you said
Like
being
there was no
stuck
glue.
as it happens, and I thought you weren't telling us where this bottle of super glue was stuck.
No, sorry, all of my bottles of super glue get stuck at some point. Happens
Okay.
because I bet the cheap on stuff, it happens always. Whatever. The bottle of super glue was stuck, and I tried to squeeze it, nothing came out. And I tried to squeeze it some more, and just imagine as if you would watch a cartoon.
Oh shit, you told us the story.
Yeah, I know.
No, tell them again.
Please,
No, tell the audience.
I don't remember.
I looked into the chip to see what was stuck and squeezed it again. And of course, it became unstuck in that moment. And I squeezed the whole squirt of super glue directly into my eye.
Oh shit.
I don't understand how you didn't die.
I didn't die because I'm a tough German. But yeah.
You got very upset about that small thing, despite being a tough German.
You couldn't be more stupid doing something like that. That's a record, I guess. Like, how dumb can you be?
So this is when you took that picture of you in your colonial marine costume where you have just one eye?
Thanks. Nearly, not quite, but maybe it was subconscious inspiration for the costume.
Oh shit, I didn't catch that.
How about you, Simon? Did you have a hobby accident, a saucy one?
No, I think I just cut my thumbs from time to time. The very first time I cut myself like really badly was that was really stupid, but not in a hobby accident. And it was actually so deep that I needed to be stitched back together. It was somewhere in my hand. I don't really recall where. I think it cut off some of my thumb or something. I wanted to open one of those plastic straps holding together parcels.
Okay.
Oh no.
I took my knife.
Ooh, yeah.
Took my knife and felt very manly when I wanted to, have the blade looking upwards towards me and just ripping it open. And that was very stupid. My mother needed to drive me to the hospital. That was not one of my smartest moments, but ever since I was kind of traumatized with cutting myself. and the next time I cut myself, I kind of overcame this trauma because it was very stupid, as all accidents. But it was back then. I had a girlfriend who lived in another city, and I think it was for our anniversary or something. I went there and wanted to hang something in front of her house in the middle of the night, and I needed to pierce something to put a cord through it. And of course, on the other side of the thing I wanted to pierce was my hand, so I pierced right into my finger or hand. I don't really. I think it was one of my fingers. Again, with the very same pocket knife. And so the last time I cried for my mother, and she helped me and drove me to the hospital. And now I was standing in the middle of nowhere. At least for me, there were houses and people around, but it was in the middle of the night, and I couldn't cry for my mother. So I needed to find a way to address this, and the only thing I had was paper tissues and duct tape. And so
God.
Yeah, and so I duct taped my finger together, have like a press, and then put duct tape around it.
And you think that my
pressed
super
it.
glue is rough? That's a bit rough.
No, this is my go. Well, I have something else than duct tape nowadays. It's one of those physio tapes that are very bendable, but they are water resistant and everything. And my opinion is that if you have a wound, you have to squeeze it together and then put as much pressure on it as possible, as you can stand, and then don't move it so it grows back together quickly. So I fixed myself in that night and felt very heroic doing so. And that's what I still do nowadays when I cut myself. I just
feel very heroic.
Yeah, very very heroic. Yeah. Not. But I think no one can compete with your super glue eye, Marco. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty friggin' bad.
Yeah. No, let's put it the other way around. That's really lucky.
It's pretty epic.
Really, really lucky.
Really stupid and really lucky. Yes.
Yeah.
Flynnhammer, what about you?
So I've not had anything anywhere near that level for
Knock on wood right now. It's a really.
It's normally just like.
It's a really
cuts with the scalpel blade.
Oh, okay.
But if you want a proper injury, though, where it does involve medical super glue, I've got one of those.
Uh-oh. Is this where we're going now? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You started medical super glue, Jones. Don't complain.
Yeah.
But I wasn't let's talk about the most worst injury we've ever had in our lives. But okay, sure.
This is not even the worst injury I've ever had. This is just one that involves medical super glue.
Okay.
So basically, I was playing a game of rugby. I'd only been awake for about an hour and a half at this point. In short, what happens is I end up jumping on top of the ball. In the scuffle where I've jumped on top of the ball, someone's gone to kick the ball at the same time. And one of the studs on their boot is loose. And they end up cutting along the side of my face.
Oh, shit.
I don't realize how deep the cut is. I just go, why does my face feel a bit wet? Put my hand onto it. As I put my hand onto it, my finger has slipped into the cut. Down to the bone.
What? Oh no!
Yeah, so it's just below my cheekbone.
I think we need a trigger warning for this.
So I end up feeling down there. It's the bone.
But you didn't tickle your tongue by then.
No. So basically, fast forward then about 4 hours later.
4 hours.
I've ended up having to go from the rugby pitch to the walk-in medical centre, which is about 20 minutes away, because it's the other side of the campus that I was at when I was playing the rugby game. Then ended up having to go to the city over to go into the hospital, the actual proper hospital there. they had to do CT scans and everything because it's a head injury. And it ends up with them super gluing my skin back together because they weren't going to do stitches.
Yeah.
So I now then for about the next 2 weeks, I've just got a hard crust of where the glue is drying out
Yeah.
all the way, and I now have a scar there on the side of my face, which is slowly over. Let me just figure out when did I get that scar? About 10 years now, slowly fading.
But does it help to get a date?
What?
Is Flynn sounding weird for anyone else?
He's having technical issues again.
I think he doesn't want to answer the question. That's
Flynn, you got all garbled. You got like.
Helped.
That sounds a little better.
Everything's coming through crackly.
No, you're speeding up again. What did you do?
So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It's a bit better playing silly games. Yeah, it does help.
Sorry, Flynn. All we heard was blow up.
That was me.
Okay.
That was Simon doing a Flynn impression. Hey.
Well, if we manage nothing else, at least the Mighty Moloch is entertained.
Yes,
So I know we're supposed to be talking about alien worlds, but when your Tyranid warriors are traversing your alien worlds, I am chasing down an idea that I had of using Gene Stealer feet on Tyranid warrior legs.
Oh, wow.
Looking pretty good.
Cool.
So you're
my first ones I kind of
yeah?
my first ones I screwed up and I made them like little like paws sticking out the bottom.
Yeah.
So that's an alternative if you want like smaller ones. You just get like the claw bits and have them like sticking out the bottoms, like where the hooves are. But I think I'm way more happy with this where like I keep more of the foot on there.
But will you blend the ridge in or shall the edge remain?
That's a good question. Because like the hoof comes out of the bottom of that leg section, right? So
yes.
I could just say that this foot is like the hoof. I don't know. I got to figure that out, but that's a good question. I haven't decided.
Well, I did it on the acolytes, as you saw.
Yep.
The trousers that helped.
Yeah, the trousers is a good solution.
So give your Tyranid warrior some trousers.
Yeah,
but
not jeans. Otherwise,
no,
they
I'm
will
gonna
be stolen.
No, I'm gonna give him death trousers.
Oh,
that's the best
good.
trousers for a warrior to wear.
Definitely.
I think death trousers are made in Germany.
Yeah.
What's a death trouser? What was it? Death
Totenhosen.
Die Totenhosen.
Oh no. Okay, got it. Meh.
The problem with death trousers is that their lead singer is kind of a, I don't know.
Oh no.
He got too much fame to his head. Well, he didn't do anything really wrong. He's just become of a disgrace.
He's full of himself.
Shit.
Yes. Like all lead singers are, I guess.
Maybe.
Where I'm seeing you cutting right now, Nick, that's where I would thought where you'd make the join for the leg.
No, I don't want to. It wouldn't work.
But not from like where but keep more of the leg of the Gene Stealer.
So what you're seeing here,
segment up.
Here is the leg of the Gene Stealer that I cut this off from. There is very little extra there on the end of that foot, and it would look too stumpy, too short. I wanted the length. Like I want them to look more like the close combat warriors look more like they could really run with really long legs. Sorry. It's really hard to hold this thing.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, now I see it where it's that way. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So Flynn, now that you're back, how about your scar and the women? Does it work?
It helped. It worked on the first night out I went out after getting it. Getting stuff.
Not
Never really
surprised.
tried to use it though after that.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah, I don't like the skull.
What?
Yes, but will someone else like it? Is the question.
Depends on the story you
Yeah,
tell.
It's normally covered, as I just don't like even seeing it even like in a glance and a reflection.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay.
So Marco, you're. Wait, was it Simon or Marco who said depends on the story you tell?
Simon.
Simon. So it reminded me, I have a friend who lost his right hand.
Okay.
He lost his right hand in an accident. And the story that he tells people is that he used to ride a motorcycle and he lost it. It was a motorcycle accident. That's how he lost his hand. This is the story he tells people. You know what the actual story is?
What?
He got it blown off by a cannon.
Nah.
Yes. He got it blown off by a cannon. And it's like, I feel like, you know how people, when they tell stories.
Is one of the Perry brothers?
Yeah, I was about to say
it. I'm not friends with the Perrys. As much as we creep here in Rick Priestley's terrarium, I'm not friends with the Perrys yet. But no, this was it's like, because like, you know how people like Simon was saying, it depends on the story you tell. Like we tell a story, we want to tell people like the best story, like the most epic story. And like when I screwed up my knee, people will be like, "Oh, how did you get that?" And I'd be like, I was wrestling a bear," because I just wanted to tell a ridiculous fun story. But like this buddy of mine, he has a story so ridiculous that he actually tells a more boring story. I guess because the real story would like get into too much detail. I don't know.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, people would think he's lying straight off the bat with being the ridiculous story.
Could be.
When I jumped against the wall the other day.
What?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is as stupid as that. My neighbor, the elderly lady, asked me if I could help her, and I said sure. And because I was stupid and completely out of my mind, I have no recollection of what happened in that moment, but I thought I could easily jump over the fence and jumped straight into the wall of my garage, like head first, full force.
I can picture it. Oh no!
And my face started to swell immediately into obscene.
That's how you got that black eye?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You're being too manly.
Yeah, it was so embarrassing. But when I in school, of course, everyone. Yeah, we had the open day just the other day.
Yeah.
So this is where future students and their parents come to the school and have a look around.
Yeah.
And of course, my headmaster was running around as well, like checking if everything is all right. And she looked at me and said, "So what happened with your face?" And I said, "Well, I was jogging." And she said, "No, what really happened to your face?" And I said, "Well, I wanted to help my neighbor and I jumped into a wall." And she said, "Well, we'll talk about your face later." And then you tell me what happened.
No.
I love that she knows you well enough that she's like, "I have never seen you at any more than a brisk walk. You were not jogging."
She doesn't know me at all. Because she probably thought that after that everyone asked me what happened. I always answered I was jogging because the whole explanation I jumped into a wall was stupid and embarrassing, and so everyone
was epic and noble because you were springing to the aid of the little old lady.
Course.
I like the jump. I like the jogging theory better because
Okay.
everyone was okay. This is obviously not true, and people started making up things what actually happened. And I even had a colleague running around like making up stories and telling different people different stories, so that at some point, it was kind of fun.
Your colleague needs a hobby. Introduce them to Warhammer. You got too much free time.
He's a fun dude, and it was all fun and games.
Good. Shall we talk about Alien Worlds?
Yes.
Why not?
So, if you didn't tune into our last stream 2 weeks ago on the Creature Conference, we started talking about the idea of like building alien worlds, of like converting terrain, be it Tyranid, be it other Xenos factions, be it just weird alien stuff, and like the kind of like materials you could use, and like what kind of thoughts you should like strategies for like having weird proportions or weird layouts and stuff like that. But we got kind of, I don't know, we got really into it, and I feel like we lost track of the time. Did we have technical issues last week? I can't remember.
Yes, we did.
Likely.
Technical issues.
What?
I was the technical issues because I was sharing my screen.
Flynnhammer, you can't be the fifth member. You're the fourth member.
Wait, is that 2 weeks ago that we talked about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it feel longer or more recent?
Yes, because we talked about that, and I was working with these weird dried up ding dongs, right?
Oh yeah, your ding dongs, the Simon ding dongs that will forever be known as Simon's ding dong.
The ding dongs.
And I finished that. I started building these things at that evening, and I think I even snapped some pictures and posted them, and everyone people liked it, and I started building that terrain, that table for Necropolis.
Yeah,
and that table is finished.
Oh yeah, unstoppable Hydra.
Which means I finished it in 2 weeks, which is absolutely weird because I feel it's way longer.
Well, you were working on it. That's why it feels longer.
Probably. Okay, sorry, didn't want to interrupt you.
That's fine. Well, no, we were talking Alien World. So, the thing is, like, there's stuff that we didn't get to. Did we not get to enough of Marco's stuff? Was that what we were? There was some stuff we didn't get to, and I can't really remember.
Marco wanted to ask me about paper
links
things.
I have a confession to make on that.
He was lying.
When I said at the end of last stream, I would like to ask Simon about his handkerchief techniques, Nick said, yes, he just told about that. And I was busy doing an Instagram post in the meantime, in between. So I didn't hear it. So if you don't want to talk about it again, and we don't want to make our listeners listen to it again, I could just re-list our old stream.
Oh my god. Sorry, this guy, so professional. Oh yeah, sorry, I was making an Instagram post while I was on stream with you. Jesus.
I was so happy about my gene stealer, chirurgeon, medic, biophages, whatever. That I just wanted to post him.
So the basic technique is put a super glue in a fixed point.
Simon, do you have the model? Is the hotel around or no? You put it away?
Oh no, I put it back.
Oh, okay.
So if you see my screen, you basically you put a fixed point of super glue somewhere.
Onto your wound, and you press it together.
No, and then you take the spread out sheet, and then you use like a cocktail stick or something, toothpick, to gently poke one end of your soaked in tissue.
Yes.
To the super glue point, and then
the tissue is soaked in PVA and water, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, get it.
And then you have a fixed point where you can stretch the tissue from.
Yes.
And this is how you get this stretch texture and those wrinkles.
Awesome.
And the idea is to kind of work around by just adding little super glue drops, because they are kind of anchors where the whole thing holds. And I would advise you to take the white, the regular tissues, like for blowing your nose.
Yes.
And cut away the edges where we have those dots.
The prints and
Because
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, because that tissue is designed to be very stretchy without tearing, to be wet and not
Okay.
tearing, and
Oh
therefore
yeah.
you can pull on it. If you take, for example, toilet paper or those cheap gray tissues, they will most likely tear because the texture of the tissue is not as durable.
Interesting.
Simon, did you learn this when you were bandaging up your hand in front of your girlfriend's house with tissues and duct tape?
Yep, exactly. I felt
fact,
like,
you did-
oh, look, I can stretch it so strongly. It resists.
I think you need the sign.
Yeah.
What? That's not sexy. Did you just get turned on by Simon talking about tissues? Slaneshi content?
No, but the way he's saying like, it's so stretchy.
It's his voice. Admit it. He's an awesome
It's
voice.
Simon's
The
voice
way
can make
he says
anything
it.
sexy.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so starting from that point, I would like to talk about the third, I think it was the third edition Pyramid Scenery. Does anyone besides me remember it? If not, I will describe it.
Third edition.
In the Codex and the White Dwarfs back then.
Was it like the cactuses?
Nope.
Right, let me grab the codex.
We have a professional among us, and it's not a German one.
No, it's 4th edition, 3rd edition. There you go.
I think it was third.
Which one? What cover?
Not the cover.
No, he's
Scenery
trying to say
in
which codex. What was on the cover of the codex you're talking
I
about?
think third. I think third. Maybe fourth, but I'm pretty sure it's third.
Simon, that doesn't help because two of them have a Carnifex on a Rhino. Back to back.
I'm having, what's that, 4th edition? And there's not much of Tyranid scenery in there. Well, there's, oh, you mean maybe this one?
Oh, I forgot about that one.
You see that, Marco?
No,
That's
not
a good
yet.
one.
I'm on the YouTube stream, so I guess I'm a bit delayed around here.
The fleshy thing in the background.
Yes, I wish I could see it. Wait, let me. Ah, yeah. Yes, exactly. That's it.
Oh, what's the 4th edition codex?
I still aim to copy this in one day, but the interesting thing about this is that I remember that Mark Bedford did these.
Yo, Mark Bedford is still sculpting. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong.
I know. He's still doing stuff for Dwarf. And the interesting thing is, he covered them with a mixture of PVA and talcum powder, and just like Simon, dipped some super glue into the wet mess to get some texture and some interesting shapes in it, which I found super interesting. I've never tried it. Also, I bought some talcum powder for that purpose, but I love this scenery because it's probably pretty easy to make.
Yeah, it looks. Actually, it looks like those roots I showed last week.
Yeah,
they are plastic mangrove roots from the aquarium shop.
Rhododendron roots, I think they were, right? Your roots.
Yeah,
but you bought natural ones, Simon, and I think these here are made from plastic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of makes sense.
But actually, I stood on the zoo shop this week and have the same stuff you had in my hand and thought about buying it because you recommended it.
The ding dongs or the rhododendron?
The rhododendron, not the ding dong.
I was just trying to check if you had Simon's ding dong in your hand earlier this week.
Exactly,
and you were
I
thinking
would
about
touch Simon's ding dong for a lot of money. Maybe $100 or something. Maybe, yeah.
You guys are the fucking best.
Nick.
This is amazing. Thank you. I fucking love you.
Oh.
Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing so much. Flynn, what?
I was like, have you got the 3rd edition codex? And if you turn to page 30, they've actually got alien terrain there, like some.
Wait, was the flesh curtain in 3rd edition or was it 4th? What did we decide? Simon, which one was that? thing you just showed us.
That was the 4th edition codex.
Yeah. Third
Oh,
edition,
okay.
what page?
Got it.
Page 30.
Page 30. You wouldn't believe it. I invented with my space ding dongs shit. Because if you want to look at this,
Ah.
do you see
Wait.
that without a glare?
There's a space ding dong in
Yep.
there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in the
Much.
background.
First page. Very first page.
Yeah.
No, first page. Red Terror.
Dude,
Bang,
you're slow.
ding,
I'm already there.
bong.
Oh, yeah!
Red Terror. Where's the Red Terror?
When you flip it open on the very first page, you have the Kraken scheme on the right
The
side
back.
in the very middle of the page.
Yes, exactly. There.
Middle.
Oh, okay. I'm not getting your full screen because I was just covering where you were working, but you're talking about these ding dongs over here.
But Nick,
Yeah,
you have it at the top of the picture. You
Yeah,
have it.
I've caught up now. I've got it.
It's cut off.
There you go, Simon. You
Okay.
ripped off Games Workshop's ding dongs.
Yes. Too bad. Too bad. I invented
Anyway.
shit. Like as my teacher used to say, nothing new can be invented. It is all just repetition. Like here we have space ding dongs in the back as well.
Oh, yeah. Marco, question. Do you know the story for this thing? Do you know the story for the proto
No,
Spore
I'd love to.
Capillary Tower? Spore
I have no,
Not-
I have no idea at all.
shit. It looks like it was cast.
Yes, I guess they made a crude sculpt and cast it for the studio purposes, after which the Forge World stuff was done and more refined. That's my guess.
Are the tentacles on the bottom a sea star, Marco, or do they just look like them?
I am not sure.
Starfish. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's got a weird slit in the end of it that's looking cursed to be right here. I don't. Okay, so alien worlds are just basically a bunch of alien ding dongs. This is what we've learned.
Easy.
Simon
but it
has
really
given
looks
you
like starfish there.
Simon has given you a recipe for making his own ding dongs in the last one, which is a dried plant that you can get. Did you say it was an aquarium store or no?
No, it was just
Art store?
deco store.
Yeah.
I shall have weird dreams this night, I'm sure.
You will.
Ding dong, ding dong.
I post the warning Slaneshi content sign for your dreams. It's just gonna be Simon, and he's gonna be walking towards you, and all he's gonna be wearing is a giant bell. It's gonna be swinging back and forth in front of him, going, and he's gonna be going with his mouth, ding dong, ding dong.
Dingity dong, dingity dong, ring dong.
Stop already.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is the nightmare fuel you tune in for, people.
But coming back to our professional topic.
Yes, thank
Has
you.
anybody else ever heard about mixing talcum powder with PVA?
EVA? No, never.
We would just dissolve it. It would give a rough texture
I guess.
once it dries, but it
Well,
would
the funny
dissolve
thing is
easily.
the funny thing is that talcum powder is really, really, really thin. It doesn't really have much of a texture. It's even. I would assume it's even thinner than less grainy than flour. And I would assume that he would have used it as a filler, because PVA glue would, as it loses the water, it shrinks.
Yeah.
And the PVA will probably just act out. No, the talcum will probably act just as a filler, so it's keeps some sort of volume. And the well, for hell, I'll be back in a second. Grab my talcum powder.
Good man for science, for alien worlds and science.
He's so smart, and he's a teacher.
And less lazy than the rest of us.
Yes, and younger than me. Smart, young teacher. I'm so envious.
Thank you, Simon, for being less lazy. He's not even here. Why am I thanking him?
He said,
Someone remind me to thank him. What?
He had his moment of glory and to bask in it, I think he's having a cold shower or something.
Why has it got to be so sexy, Marco? Why has it got to be so sexy?
Maybe I'm horny this night. I don't know.
Before
Simon, you
Before
missed
that-
it. Marco just admitted that he's horny tonight.
Is that
which
maybe?
is totally fine. Which is good because he's around sexy people and we're all naked.
Oh yeah, can't see what's going on other than our hands. This bandage is the only. Oh wait, this bandage and this sleeve are the only things I'm wearing. Yeah, sexy creature conference time.
Okay. Before I start the thing for science, I just grabbed the thing I built.
Good.
For better science.
Because I thought it's I did some things that we kind of advised last week.
Yeah.
And I'll try to give you a tour with my mobile camera here.
Ooh, mobile camera. I'm gonna have to make this bigger. Simon, can you turn up the brightness?
Of course. Brightness coming in.
Also, don't catch your ding dong in the background.
No.
I think I can see your ding dongs in the background.
Fancy guy has a mobile camera. Whoa.
Yeah, look in the background there. See.
Oh look, and I'm back there.
Nice.
Like a little tour.
Creepy, 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 creepy.
So what I did here was, first of all, what we kind of talked about last week. Have weird shapes and geometry. Is that pronounced right?
Yes.
Yep.
Is very creepy. Math is creepy as fuck. And yeah, just it sounds stupid in the beginning, but you know, just making cubes and have them stick out of something apparently is, at least to me, highly disturbing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And of course, these weird plans are somewhat disturbing.
Yes, because they look like your ding dong.
Yep.
Again, bang.
Plural. Ding dongs. Okay.
Oh my
I'm
god,
Hydra
that's
after
why they
all.
call you the Hydra. It has many
Yes.
heads.
Yes. Some people think it's
Wow.
because of the hands.
Wow.
And what I also have is like this down here, which
Yep.
look, I think it's a bit too far. I'm sorry. Looks a bit like gravestones.
Yeah.
All weird shapes. Well, I think at least to me here in real life, it works because of the contrast of natural shapes and these weird rectangular shapes.
Super good.
Give it the alien feeling. Like, I don't recall which movie it was, but it started with apes like looking at this black monolith.
2001: A
Don't recall
Space
the movie?
Odyssey.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Famous.
Yeah. So this is
Famous.
it. Also, what I really enjoy, what you probably cannot really see, but I did some sort of reverse painting. I painted things very dark and then went over it with a whitewash or almost whitewash, which creates this rather dusty texture or dusty appearance, which was great fun.
Okay. Nice.
On the floor, on the floor, on the
Yeah,
ground.
like I covered the whole damn thing in the you know, in the color I painted the sand with. I just watered it down, added more chalk paint to it, and alcohol. And the alcohol did a very interesting thing. It broke down the
Surface tension.
yeah, but also the paint I used. And therefore, the paint was kind of, it started to behave more like pigment than actually paint because it pooled in small lumps and settled in different areas. which created, for example, these very bright spots on the stairs here, and that looks pretty much like blown in sand. So that was great, great fun to work on this, because it was like, even though it doesn't really look that spectacular, it was completely the opposite of what I usually do as steps. Yeah, get out of your comfort zone and get dried up space ding dongs.
Simon's got an affiliate link down below. No, I'm kidding. He does not have a space ding dong affiliate.
I'm working on that, but I wish. Like, so many people have sent me messages that they went and got these.
So you've contacted the art store?
This little friend.
Nice.
Okay.
One of your how's your pressure pod going? I saw that you use Alien Worlds in your Solstice.
Oh yeah.
Icons.
I hope it's good, because I have the vacuum chamber in use, and I did the first mold or try for a mold.
Yeah.
Because I first try and then apply to the rest. So I have the first test piece being molded, and I will unmold it tomorrow, because I don't want to risk it to be for the Jesus, I cannot talk today. I don't want risk for the goddammit silicone to not have cured properly, and I have smeary shit in there.
Smart.
Small things will make Germans very dramatic. Beware.
Beware.
Yep, especially small things that are out of the order. And I have never done this. And I cannot describe my excitement and terror.
Yes, of course. This is the German way. It has to be as it always was.
Exciting and terriful. And terrific. And terrorizing. I don't have words.
I just realized I don't have PVA here. I'll be back in a sec.
Is he going to bath with the PVA now?
Oh no, I just used super glue instead of plastic glue because I'm an idiot.
How could you?
Plastic joint, but I was being dumb.
Aren't you a pro?
Apparently not.
I mean, dude, I just paid you for a quick bash.
Hey, you haven't paid me yet. I haven't seen any. There's no fishermen are on my doorstep yet.
I have paid for Simon. If he keeps all the money, we have to talk. I guess.
Don't worry, I know where he lives.
He bought ding dongs with the money, of course. A boatload of ding dongs.
He got the money, and he's like, "Oh man, you know how many ding dongs could buy me?" Simon, did you spend the money that was supposed to be for the fisherman Gene Sealer called on ding dongs?
Let's see where this takes us. Any ratio for this, so.
Oh, true.
So, Simon, what are you doing with the PVA right now?
I'm just mixing it with talcum powder.
Okay.
Because I use talcum powder for my for casting.
Okay.
As creeping aid.
Thank you for experimenting.
Yeah, so creeping aid. Well, I dust gently the when I do the silicone pour or the mold. I dust the figure or the model I want to cast with talcum, and once that is done, I demold the thing, and I just have the mold left over. I dust the inside of the mold with talcum powder.
Okay.
It's a tip I read somewhere and heard about it, and apparently the talcum powder, the very thin talcum powder, should help to help the resin to creep into all the recesses as a kind
Oh,
of
really? Interesting.
Creepy.
Hey.
And it doesn't mess
So-
with the resin.
It actually kind of acts as a like a release agent.
Yeah. Sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Now this is very
Kids,
almost
this
like
is-
cream.
This is science in action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't
Simon,
see
do you have a
any
heat
lumps
gun?
or anything.
To accelerate
Sorry?
the curing process.
I have an air blower,
This is
a
not a
hair
heat gun.
dryer.
This is less effective than a heat gun. Heat gun is like a melter gun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it also
what you've
will
got is a
melt the
flamer.
plastic.
Sorry?
But it also will melt the plastic, right?
Yes, for sure it will.
If you're slow.
Okay. I applied it rather thinly and not too much. Having large and smaller areas, and now I apply the super glue in small dots, larger dots.
I'm so excited. We should cover a whole ding dong with it.
It may be yours.
Oh, white
if you-
pasty
if you
creamy
have-
ding dongs.
If you have pure talcum powder on your hands, that almost is like a lotion.
Yeah.
Oh, lotion.
Yeah.
Isn't it like cancerous though? Don't you have to be careful? Wasn't
I
it
don't-
people
I
getting
don't think
mad
so,
because they
because-
put talc in women's underarm deodorant?
Really?
It was causing breast
No,
cancer. Wasn't that a thing?
aluminium. That was aluminium.
Yeah, I
Talcum
think that
is
was separate.
okay. Because if I recall correctly, talcum was used is used in sports, for example, when you
Yeah.
throw
sure.
a discus or something like that.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, as of right now, I don't see much of a difference to regular PVA and superglue.
Yeah.
We have to contact Mark Bedford at once.
Yeah,
Well, you got to wait till it cures though, right?
it doesn't change much. One of the first Golden Demon entries I ever did was weird shit, but it was third edition, and don't want to talk about it. But what I
It was
basically
weird shit,
did,
man. It's some weird shit.
yes,
Simon,
it
you're
was
the best.
Oh, thank you, thank
I
you.
love you.
Do you want to know about it or not?
I do, but I
Sure.
just love what you said. That was some weird shit, man.
Yeah, what I did was I took those two Dark Eldar, the third edition half naked lady miniatures.
Why am I not surprised that this is how this story starts?
Yeah, of course. This was
This is the
me
most
when
Simon
I was.
story.
And the next sentence is, this was the first time I used the ding dongs.
Yeah.
Sigh.
Sorry, go ahead, Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried to make something Tyranid style. I was kind of inspired by Kerrigan, of course. And,
right.
what I did was I wanted it to be like a Tyranid
Queen.
transmutation pool,
Okay.
where I used an army tray. You know those plastic army trays.
The green ones, like from Fantasy Battle?
Oh no, where you had for fantasy battles. I think they were gray, where you could
Moving trays.
place.
Yeah.
Moving trays. Yes.
Yeah.
I took one of them as basic and just added weird bits to it, and they were the figures were kind of dancing around on the rim of weird Tyranid like
Oh.
structures. I didn't take it too closely with that, and
Yeah.
I wanted to fill in the inside with something, and I covered it with PVA and dropped super glue into that, and it pretty much looked like this.
Okay.
So the longer it cures, it really gets interesting shapes. But I wouldn't think
That might be just to be the super
a-
glue though. Like if you drop super glue on a PVA, it makes like weird ripples.
yes. That's I don't see what the talcum really adds to this, but maybe it is just volume.
Yeah.
Thanks for trying it, Simon.
Yeah.
Of course.
It might be different when it cures.
I'll take a picture and post it on Instagram for science.
Yeah. Someone tag Mark Bedford.
Yeah.
Yes. Does he have an
See if
Insta?
you react.
I don't think
What?
so. I was joking. Marco said, does Mark
And he
Bedford
was
have
hoping.
Instagram?
One way to find out.
Don't think Mark Bedford has Instagram. But I'd love to be wrong.
You never know.
Also,
Crazier things have happened.
Flynn, what were you saying?
Yeah. Because hey, depending on the results, we might have another way of creating some alien terrain.
Yeah? Oh, shit. My camera died. How long has that been a problem?
I don't have a clue.
Okay. Flynn, what's going on in the chat?
Again, my laptop is just not wanting to play ball today, so I can only read the most recent stuff. But Will K saying, Essex Unleashy content. There we go. It's now crashed. Now I can't read a thing.
All right, I'll get it. Where am I?
Yeah.
We got I'm going way back. Vermis, thank you, Vermis. Vermis, how many Space Marines? We were about 3 minutes late. Did you buy 30 Space Marines? I hope so. Fifth member troubles. Yeah, I got home. Screamer Killer. Oh shit. Vermis says, always love the Screamer Killer animation at the start of the Creature Conference. Who did that? That was Box. That was Bits of Box. Bits of Box is the most multi-talented mofo on this friggin' planet.
Yep.
He can literally do everything. I would have asked him to do the music for Creature Conference, but he was already doing the animation. So I thought, that might be a bridge too far. But Bits of Box did the animation, and then Red Wet Skeleton did the music for the Creature Conference. But Bits of Box could have also done the music because he's done the music for a weird Xenos Alchemist theme that he did, stuff like that. Yeah, so that's Box. Box can do anything. Multi-talented. Right.
But can you make talcum powder into PVA? Look cool.
I'm sure.
Can you make that?
Are you kidding? Box? I'm sure he could.
Okay.
I would not put it past him, is what I'll say.
Yes.
Okay, I tried something else, and we'll see how it turns out in a bit.
Great, thanks. For science.
For science.
For science.
I can see one of the messages now because it's refreshing for me. So Electro Dust Bunny says, "Have you why not trying talc, PVA, and I've just lost it now. Baking soda."
Oh, because this talc, PVA, and baking, but there's no super glue in that mix. The super glue and baking soda would react. I guess this is a different thing.
Yeah, see what, but then also you could put the super glue on, and that could have to react with the slightly bubbles. You never know.
Yeah, could do.
I'm just completely just freezing right now. Yeah.
All right, I can pull it up 1 sec. Gluing a head on this warrior. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't mention it. Okay, here's a preview for everyone here on stream because you're my real friends. See this torso on this Tyranid warrior, kind of like a prime I'm making here. That torso should not look familiar to you. It's got elements of like a prime torso, but it's got big gaping holes in the rib cage, reminiscent of the old Tyranid warrior carapaces. of second edition plastics.
Wow.
These are actual torsos that were sculpted by Io Butov to try and call back to like the older style. This is actually also shown in like a Roberto Cirillo sketch. He did this style of torsos that didn't really get picked up. But yeah, so
Nice.
Io Butov sculpted these and he gave them to me, and they're going to be a freebie, the STLs, for folks on my Patreon. But I have to assemble some example warriors first to post the pictures of, so people know what they look like. But they're cool.
So is your
What's that?
corporation heating up?
Come again, Marco?
So is your cooperation with him heating up? Like getting better?
He has a lot of stuff going on, so it's kind of like in between other things that he's got going on. But the dude is super productive, and I love what he does. He's very good at what he does. Like, look at this torso. Like, it's got these armor plates up the front, nested. They go in kind of like a weird order. What?
YouTube is out of focus. Oh no.
Don't worry. So the armor plates they're different from the standard armor plates. I think they're pretty freaking cool. I think this is also from a Lictor sketch, but then it's got little tiny claws between the armor plates. Like, so the dude is amazing. Got some wicked details in here. Yeah, so that's the prime looking torso. Good. What's that?
They do look really good. Like you mentioned how they've got that element of the second edition warriors, that rib cage on top. It really does have that.
And then and then this is just the standard warrior one, which has the flat armor plate on the chest, like the current Tyranid warriors do. But the back of this is more detailed than a current Tyranid. It's got like actual like current edition style details on it.
Interesting.
This guy too, he's got like a prime looking back.
When you first had them on like the bit, I always thought for the one that was got the prime, the spikes in the back, I thought, has Nick taken the new wing prime and just taken the spine out of it and put it onto a normal warrior prime backpack?
That's what Io Butov did digitally.
Yeah, that's what it looked like this from the distance. It's like you wouldn't be able from a distance. They just look natural nids. That's why I like the fact that you're working with him to develop new designs rather than just the copy and paste jobs from when the new releases came out.
So, and to be clear, for anyone who missed when we talked about this previously on a stream, Io Butov finds copy and paste jobs of Games Workshop models as boring as you do. He doesn't want to do them. But unfortunately, that's all people want. Like, he'll make his own original stuff, and people will be like, okay, that's nice, but I want to repose on the Norn Emissary. And I want it to look exactly like a Games Workshop one. So he finds it as boring as everyone else does, but that's all people ask him to do.
So is he doing commission jobs?
He probably would, yeah.
Okay.
The fact that you mentioned that, I've just got a question in general for you guys. Have you recently had an uptick in people messaging you that you don't follow, that don't follow you already, basically offering 3D sculpting services?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
So I had that once.
Yes.
No one. Maybe I already blocked them.
I've had about 5 this week.
Whoa.
And it's like, I don't know if it's a new type of scam.
I think it probably is.
But it's typically like people who haven't got many posts. I've had one that only had 1 post on it, and if they are genuine, okay, but it's, for me, the way of advertising it, you do 3D printing services, is not the way to create your profile.
anyone who's legit will have a profile full of their work. Anyone who just, that is a dead giveaway. If someone messages you and they're offering you something and you go to their profile and they have like no posts, They can have thousands and thousands of followers, but they have no posts. They're probably scamming.
They're all like brand new profiles. Most of them were like
Scam.
One only had one post. One had like less than a full page's worth of posts, but looked like someone had just started up a business for it. But it's just, I'm getting too many in one go for it. It just,
Weird.
it feels like it's the new hobby scam thing.
I'm glad I haven't gotten that yet.
So it's just I wanted to check to see if it was something. It wasn't just me getting it. It's like it is something going around. So it's
well,
more
if other people are seeing it,
cautious.
please post in the comments, because yeah, that'd be interesting to hear. Oh, I'm supposed to be going through the comments. Sorry,
Radon
go ahead.
just posted today. Radon has just gone. Those messages are scams.
It was my
Who said
impression
that?
as well.
Radon 995.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, Moon 4T4. Glad you like the torsos. They will be available on my Patreon very soon. If you don't know where to get my Patreon, there's a link in the description below. And you just have to be in the paid tier, which could be like whatever the minimum Patreon donation is. $1, $2? I don't know. So Dan Kaplinger says, I wonder if the problem with talcum powder is that it is powdered rock. That's generic name is soapstone, which is kind of slippery. I didn't realize that's what it was. Thanks, Dan.
Yep.
Dan Kaplinger is like an actual artist carving wood, so has a lot of experience with stuff.
Okay, quick update.
Yep.
On our talcum experiment. What I did on the first thing was just using drops. And what I did on this on the statue here is I kind of made strains and kind of vein kind of structures, and I just covered the whole area in super glue, and that actually looks pretty much like the stuff as we can see on that Capilla tower.
Okay.
So we might actually, this could actually be the technique, although it would have been like a ton of super glue he put on that, but
so
because that piece was massive, right?
Yes, it was massive, and there were a couple of pieces as well. It wasn't just one.
And
It was like 3 or something.
It has an interesting texture, and it has these kind of wrinkles. But I would assume that you could get the texture in if you use, for example, very, very fine sand, something like that.
So I just sorry to interrupt. I just saw a comment from Moon4T4 that we're getting an echo like all the co-hosts as if they were in a cave. I'm kind of getting that as well on my headphones, but I just got new headphones and I thought it was just my headphones. I checked. I don't think I have your audio feeds coming in twice, but I don't know. Are people still getting that? I mean, I'm not too concerned because I suck at audio and I don't know how I would go about fixing it. So I'm just curious. I'm not checking if people are still getting it because I want to fix it. I just want to know. Simon, Marco, do you guys get an echo?
No.
It's fine.
I don't get an echo.
Nothing different to what we normally have for me.
I thought you meant nothing different to what we normally have because it's just a mess.
No, it's more of like Marco. It sounds like he's got in like more of an echoey room, but that's just the room he's in, and it always sounds like that. It's not like a echo. It's like he's echoing all the time. It's not like we've got someone's coming through twice. Like someone's got their speakers on and it's coming through their speakers and picking up.
And I literally don't have my speakers on because I've had my speakers on every week. This week I got new headphones, so I'm using my headphones definitely. I tried to look at Discord to see if there's an audio option. Simon, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I still mourn the loss of my headphones.
Dude, just buy new ones. I just bought new ones and it's like a whole new world.
Yeah, just buy new ones. Of course.
Okay, yes, it costs money, but like I'm just telling you that I had the the older generation Google Pixel headphones. They're like the Google brand ones because they had them on like a deep discounted sale. And I was like, I don't know, that seems like a lot of money for headphones. And then I got them deeply discounted. And I was so happy with them, even when they started to like go off and like lose battery and stuff, that I was like, okay, I'm getting like the new set of Google headphones, Pixel Buds Pro, I think they're called. They're on a little bit of a sale right now, but not as deeply discounted as the last ones. And they're very good. Like I've never had wireless earbuds. I'm slow, but I've never had wireless earbuds with noise canceling before.
Yeah.
And it's like creepy how good the noise canceling is.
Okay.
I would be more interested how good the AI is that suppresses surrounding sounds, because I'm still searching for headphones that I can wear on my bike ride to work and actually speak through them.
Oh, well, these ones are they have two modes. They have like I think any noise canceling headphones you get now have these two modes, where one of them is the noise canceling mode and one of them is called like pass through mode or transparency mode.
No, I mean the AI, not that repeats the sound into your ear, but the microphone.
Oh, the mic. I haven't tested the mic, so I don't really know how well that works.
Yeah.
If the mic can cancel background noise, you mean?
Exactly.
Ah.
The newer generations do, but
Yeah.
the question is how good.
I don't know how well these ones work. I haven't tested that.
Yeah.
People have done extensive reviews. I'm sure you could find it.
Never trust
Anyway, they're treating
yeah,
us.
we really have lost track of our theme today, right?
We definitely have.
We're still talking and experimenting on Talcon, huh?
Yeah, it's still working, and I would love to show you the pictures. I think you could actually use that for certain things, especially if you make like vein structures. I fear you cannot see it.
If you turn down, if you turn down the brightness on your camera, the problem is it's all white, so it's like overexposed.
Like this.
Maybe.
On my screen.
Hold on, let me see if I can make your screen bigger so that we get more detail.
While you're sorting that out, I've just been going through like the Discord because we've got the terrain channel.
Yeah.
Just looking for ideas and stuff. Like we've got the traditional like seed pods, lotus pod, and everything. But one thing I've noticed is Mausoleum posted in there about using like nectarine seeds, like
what?
the stones.
Interesting. Okay.
What? So,
yeah,
Mark, sorry, I just want to cut in. Simon, we can see it now. So there, I see like these kind of like veins running up it. How did you do those?
Yeah. I just smeared the talcum powder PVA glue with a stick upwards.
Yeah.
And then I covered the whole area with super glue, and it has a really interesting texture to it. So
okay. I don't think we can exactly see the texture, but we can see like the smearing upwards.
Yeah, but this is definitely worth a look into, Marco, because those are almost in their texture coral like shape, but very small, like almost like it could be used for coral in a 28 scale.
Super cool. Thank you so much for trying it.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll try to take decent pictures later and kind of post them or something.
Yes, awesome.
Cool, thank you. For science.
For science.
For science. Yes, thanks.
Any other things we wanted to talk about on the subject of alien worlds?
I think a lot of this stuff that we've seen, like one of those saws looking for the Discord is like, you know, those festival like wristbands you get where they have the bit of the ribbon, they slide it up your arm, slide it up to keep it tight.
Yeah.
using those, cutting them in half because you've got the little spikes on the insides. So you
Oh,
have like that sort of like for like veg like a feeder mouth
are you
sort of
referring
thing.
to like a zip tie?
Not a zip tie, but you like the, you know, if you go to a festival, right? You'd have like those ribbons that you'd have as like your ticket to the festival.
Oh, and it's
Yeah,
got a
entry
round,
wristband.
it's got like not a washer, it's like a round thing, and the fabric, the ribbon fabric runs through the thing, and inside that thing is
Exactly.
teeth. It's like a ring of
Yeah.
teeth. It's like a mini sarlacc mouth, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you,
So you cut
use
those
you
open and
get,
spread them or something, or what?
yeah, so someone's done that where they've taken them, cut them smaller, and then put them on a base, and it looks like you've got small little feeder mouths. So
Okay.
like, it's also like we've got the, you know, that new mole pit
Yeah,
Yeah.
that they released
for the
for.
ogres.
for-
Glenn, you're breaking up again. What'd you do?
I don't know. Oh, my laptop's running out of charge. That's why. So I'm going to be bad for speaking now for the next half an hour.
Okay, so Moon44 is saying, to me it sounds like some surround sound effect put on the streams. Diana heard the similar thing on stream the other day. Of course, my sound is normal because I'm the one hosting this whole thing. So like everyone else's sound is being filtered through my computer. And I don't know like if OBS has got filters. Oh shit, do I have an audio filter on in OBS without realizing it? Oh sugar. I don't know how these are real filters, not like fun filters. I can't remember how any of them work. So I don't
said
think
it was on a different stream she was watching.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
I don't know.
had that issue.
I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it's not too annoying because I can figure. If the host audio are sent into surround channel. I didn't even know there is a surround channel. You're talking to the wrong guy. I barely keep this thing together with like spit and duct tape. I basically have Simon's approach to first aid, but it's to building the stream. Duct tape and tissue paper. A little bit of super glue for good measure.
Gonna be fine.
Yeah, you're
Gonna be fine. You'll be great. You'll be fine. Hopefully it's not too annoying, Moon44. Like I was listening to the if you like the painting phase, if you watch the painting phase all the time, and you're the kind of person that if I tell you about something, you won't be able to like unsee it or unhear it, maybe look away from the screen. I'm gonna put this pink blade guard on here. I've got this pink blade guard here, and after I finish talking about this, I'm going to take this away so that you can know when to turn your volume back on. But if you're one of those people who doesn't like it when someone tells you something that you can't unhear after, this might curse you with that. So turn off your audio now, and I'll take this away when it's safe to return. But on the painting phase, they have the different hosts mic'd, and I think it's Jeff, the big guy with the beard. His mic is turned up too detailed or something like that because you can hear him breathing. And I noticed it at first when I had headphones on. I'm like, oh, this must just be a headphone thing. But you literally get like, okay, Mausoleum, if you're listening to this, look away because this is going to sound like SMR or whatever. But if someone else is talking, you're like,
yeah,
my mic doesn't even pick it up. Anyway, so yeah, it really annoys me because now I can't unhear it.
Oh, that's interesting.
So weird audio stuff.
Painting phase will be less popular anyway in the future because Peachy has left, huh?
Yes, that is the other thing that I wanted to mention, that I only ever found out about the painting phase because Peachy was on it. Like, to be clear, I only started really painting in a big way recently. So I definitely did not watch Games Workshop's painting videos. partially because I'm a crotchety old man. I'm like, I know what's that meme from I think it's from Parks and Rec, where the guy's in the hardware store and someone goes up to him and says, "Hey, can I help you with this?" And he's like, "I know it better than you," or some shit like that.
I know
People
more
use it
than
for-
you.
Yeah, people use it for a Warhammer meme all the time. Anyway, that's my approach to Games Workshop painting videos. I'm like, you're not gonna teach me anything, which is a stupid approach, but whatever, I'm stupid. But when Peachy like left, I was like, oh, and then he was on the painting phase. Oh, what got me onto the painting phase was shout out Pete the Wargamer. Pete the Wargamer was on there and he name dropped me. He was like, oh, they asked him if he would ever like convert Tyranids or something like that. And he said, no, I wouldn't. But you know who's awesome at converting Tyranids? There's this guy called Modern Synthesist on Instagram. And I was like, oh, that's very nice. So that got me to watch the painting phase to begin with. But then I kind of like stuck with it because Peachy was like, I knew Peachy, even if I didn't watch like all his stuff at Games Workshop. And it seemed like he was getting a lot of guests on there from Games Workshop. Like,
Yeah.
if you only watch one episode of the painting phase, just go on YouTube right now and search painting phase contrast.
People are on YouTube already.
No, don't leave this video. When you're done listening to this video, or open it in a new tab and save it for later, look up painting phase contrast. And it's going to look like a real clickbaity video where it's like, did contrast paint? What? Sorry, it's going to look like a big a clickbaity video like, did contrast paint save Games Workshop from bankruptcy? It's an amazing video. It's an interview with, I think his name's Tom. I've talked about this on stream before. So a guy named, I think his name's Tom. He was a product designer at Games Workshop, and he just like lifts the veil on so much cool shit. Like he explains like how, what?
Did you watch the second one?
Yep. And then I was going to say there's a second episode where he does the same thing, but instead of talking about contrast paints, he talks about Finecast. Yeah, thank you, Flynn. And it's just super interesting. So anyway, like that is mandatory viewing. Like you don't have to watch any other painting phase. And sometimes on the painting phase, they get a bit like random chatty. And I feel like whoever's deciding what they, I don't think they edit anything out. I think they just have like, it's more like a stream format where they just have a random conversation and the whole thing winds up in the final cut. But like, sometimes they're too chatty and they like chat about random shit that doesn't have anything to do with the topic, which is fine. Like we do that too. But this one's very on point. Like it's very on topic. It's very much just like Tom dropping knowledge about what goes on at Games Workshop. And it explains so much. Like if you've ever like heard like conspiracy theories, Games Workshop is doing this because of this, you got to watch that video because he just explains everything, like the whole decision-making process. If you ever wondered why Games Workshop doesn't care about something that you care about, it's because it's not important. Like basically, it's not, from a business perspective, it's not important. And you kind of just got to accept that. So it was super awesome. But I don't think that the painting phase is going to get guests like that without Peachy there. Like I think he was probably the Games Workshop Connect. Because I think Patrick worked at Games Workshop for a minute, but only a minute. Yeah. And I don't know that Jeff ever did, other than like in retail.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They all worked there, but I think not really to the level that Peachy's got those connections.
No, they were not in the studio.
Obviously, this is outside speculations for us. I think Patrick did work in the studio.
He did video editing for them or something.
So he might have some connections. Now, obviously, we don't have any inside track with any of this. This is all wild speculation, which we are very much well known for. But I do agree with you. I don't think they're going to have the same pool of they can get these higher level guests in that have all these inside info.
Yeah,
I'd love them to still be able to do it because it's a great format.
Well, it's probably like I'm hoping that Peachy does that. His new channel, that he kind of continues that on, if he is the Connect. But I guess it'll depend on what kind of content. I mean, like talking about wild speculation. Don't have any information, but I felt like, you ever do you know much about Metallica?
No.
Okay, yeah. I know very little about Metallica other than I loved Enter Sandman when I was a kid. But there's like all these like this talk and rumors that like in Metallica it's like kind of this conflict between the lead singer and the drum player or the drummer.
Yes.
No, wait, is he the bass
I know
player or
that.
the drummer?
It's the drummer.
There we go. Yeah. So it feels like, I don't know. I've gotten a vibe sometimes that there's a bit of like I don't know, just like there's Peachy and like Jeff sitting on the couches talking with the guest, and then like Patrick's like back behind the screen or something, but he keeps cutting to his own video where I don't know. I've got a bit of a Metallica drummer vibe from Patrick, so I don't know if that's based on anything.
Well,
That's my headcanon.
The thing that the way that Peachy said why he's leaving was, I think, pretty strong.
Yeah.
Which he said he would have liked to be on even terms management wise, but this was not an option, so he's leaving. So I think this was a pretty strong statement from him.
Yeah, that was a kick in the face.
Yes, and I mean, he's a Brit. Brits are super diplomatic and friendly, and he's saying that. Whoa.
Yeah.
I get what he's coming from, like what Peachy said of, I never felt like this would be, I would be on equal footing for it because I've come into it. I didn't start it. I've come into it and I've always feeling like it's I'm not an equal partnership to it because I've not been there from the start. And I can understand where he's coming from.
Well, but that really depends on how you run the show, right? You
exactly. Yes, Simon. Yes.
Yeah.
People feel at home.
That's a choice.
Just as Nick does with us around here. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's always been the case. We're just along for the ride.
Yes, but I mean, does anyone feel like being belittled by Nick being the owner of everything? No, not at all.
Of course, all the time. I'm just here for the money.
You bastards! You wait until I'm vacuuming and have my mic off to drop all this crap on my head. Damn it. I was gonna say, I wanted to ask like how people feel here, because like it is the case that like this started with the three of us, like me, Mark O, and Simon, and then Flynnhammer joined. I mean it's on my channel, but this is our show. I don't know.
You got me on the first episode to read the chat, and then I've just like, squirmed my way in, and even had a takeover stream. Like that's how much this is just like.
I'm still confused about that takeover stream.
Did you get something out of that takeover stream? I don't remember.
I can't remember. Was that when you sent the thing?
Yes, the protonid.
I was too dazzled by the protonid. I didn't remember anything else that was happening.
that was the takeover stream. That's how it's just like I am just. Also, we have got our agent of chaos who just floats in and out whenever they want to. That's just how equal footing we all are.
What?
Our agent of chaos can just come in and goes whenever they want to.
Oh, true. Yeah. So I don't know. It's all speculation, but I was gonna say that it kind of like, honestly, I don't know anything. Peachy could have been like, you have to buy me a Porsche. And they could have been like, what the hell are you talking about? What? Why does Electro Dust Bunny say Mr. Pink sounds like modern synthesist? What the hell is going on?
Yeah,
I noticed that too.
He's getting too close to the truth. He's getting
Okay.
too close to the truth.
Shout Tom, thank you. Shout out to Tom Wilson. I forgot that Tom was the one who sent me the Peachy episode, or the Pete the Wargamer episode where they mentioned me. So thank you, Tom, because I would not have discovered the painting phase without that tip. But yeah, like unless Peach was asking for like the moon and the stars or something, he's a pretty big get for any channel, and you would think that like you could make it work, but apparently it didn't work, so that's too bad.
That's too bad for the others, right?
Yep.
What was their content before they had Peachy?
See, that's the thing. Like, I didn't know anything about them before Peachy showed up.
Yeah, true.
Like, even post Peach, like this is now they've read a video post Peachy. It's just because I know Peachy did a lot of the painting videos when he joined them as well. So it's just like I never knew about the channel beforehand. So like
Yeah.
even when they've had Peachy for about a year or whatever, it's helped grow themselves a lot more.
Yeah, you'd think.
What was actually their content before Peachy? Is it going to stay this? Was it already the same? They were getting on other creators and stuff, or what? So I'm just
You know
I
what's
don't know.
those
wonderful?
now and seeing.
You know what's wonderful? If you
What?
don't have enough time to watch any YouTube, and it doesn't mean anything. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Why the hell don't I have any lash whip arms? I don't know what's wrong.
Because you already used them all.
I think because I haven't bought that many like new warriors.
So Simon, what do you listen to when you're hobbying, when you're sculpting, painting, or something?
Most of the time podcasts. Because yeah, that's it's my kind of way to keep in the loop. And funnily, not much, because I have very rare time sculpting or doing hobby on my own. Most of the time in the evening when I'm sitting with the missus in the living room, and we are, quotation marks, watching something together. Like she throws on a show or anything, and I'm sitting at my desk just working, or sculpting, doing hobby stuff. Yeah, so I don't have like a good like I don't have a playlist or anything like that.
Yeah, I get it.
And I've come to a point where sometimes when I do have time on my own, I sometimes actually enjoy the silence.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Where I come
Well,
to the point where I have to admit that music or anything might even distract me, and that's something that makes me feel old in a way, but I have to acknowledge that.
Is that
welcome to
like
the club.
from your kids? Because your kids
Yeah,
make
I
a lot of
think
noise usually.
probably because I have enough noise around me all day. Because when I have when I work, I have all the kids screaming, and when I'm at home, I have my kids running around, being begging for attention the whole time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so when I have the time, I enjoy like having nothing, because it helps me to get into the zone the best recently.
Cool.
Yeah,
I've been
I don't
doing
know
that
if
when
that's cool.
driving.
It's not
I
very
usually
exciting.
no. I usually have like something on when I'm driving, like a podcast or like listening to the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
And
here.
I've tried recently like driving with nothing on, and it's kind of
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Like not
I'm
even my
not sure if I
GPS.
can do
Like I
that.
look up how I'm going to get to the place, and I use my actual brain. Like I don't even have the GPS on.
What? Crazy thought.
No way. Bad man.
No navigation.
No navigation. Just the old mind
But
hole.
to be honest, you have in your car, at least as I have experienced, you have wherever you go, you have it on, right? Even to the places where you used to go.
I've gotten in this is the problem. I've gotten in the habit of just like having it on because I tell myself, oh, if there's traffic or there's an accident, it's going to warn me. But
Yeah.
I think that just gets you reliant on it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I just use it when I go to a place that I don't know.
Yeah. I don't always use it when I'm going to a place that I know, but if I'm like driving for any distance, I put it on to see if there's any like accidents or anything. But what I should do is check that, and then if there isn't, just turn it off and use my brain.
Yeah. Marco, a question for your big fat frog here. He's going to get a staff. I decided that, but what do you want the staff top to be? Is he still here?
Marco?
Did he disappear?
Did you disappear? Marco, you there? Marco, come in, Marco.
Oh, no!
I think we lost him.
Sorry.
Well, there he is.
I was gone.
He tried to go for a pee right when you asked him that question.
Oh no. But I was just asking you, Marco, if the dude, your fat frog, is going to have a staff in his hands.
Well.
And the question was what you want the top to be.
Obviously, the easiest answer would be a gene stealer called symbol, of which there are a couple.
I don't know if Simon has those, does he?
No, but I have. I could send him one.
Yeah, but I'm kind of intending to have the dude his own design, right? So I started starting with giving everything these bulky eyes.
Yes.
Which are depicted on the snake-like things on the throne already. And the question was if you have like a certain symbol already in your mind, or if it's just the Gene Stealer cult symbol that I made on the front with a big eye, or if you want to have, I think you said something about the snake or something.
No, the snake was your idea, actually.
Oh, good. How good of me.
How smart of me.
Yes, absolutely. I expect nothing less. No, I don't have an instant idea right now. I might ponder it. But if you have an idea, by all means, go for it.
Okay. Well, probably.
Simon, do you still...
Sorry?
Just trying to give you an idea. Do you still have some of those Mega Gargant boat thingy with Cthulhu looking head?
Ooh.
Might be an idea.
They could be part of the staff for sure.
Okay. What are we talking about, Flynn?
When you go to my profile, I did a series of Necropolis tentacle dudes, and one of them is an icon bearer.
Yes.
And that piece is taken from one of the Mega Gargants.
Okay.
And it already looks like this hunched over creature.
I shall look it up. Interesting.
Yeah. It's just after the shield. Going downwards.
You broke up there a bit, Flynn.
Where you guys did the shield faces?
Yep.
The Simpson shield face?
Oh, on your profile, on Simon's
roughly
profile.
Where it is, 'cause I'm just looking at the image right now. Yeah.
Are you putting the link in the chat?
Or I could just... I'm going to put the link in R1 as well as on YouTube as well.
Thank you.
So that's Simon's post.
Do you see the chat? Can
Just
you
so
see what's going on in the chat?
Let me just quickly try and go back to it. So I had... Me being me and getting easily distracted, I did go through the painting phase stuff. Noticed Peachy did join them pretty early on, and a lot of their content was just like painting these guys out in this sort of speed. So I'm just waiting for it YouTube to crash and then refresh. So they only had the guests after Peachy joined, so it could be one of those things. I do hope either one of them continue going with it because they are really good insights behind the curtain.
Yeah. Well, guests, even with Peachy leaving now, they can take those videos and like show them to potential guests and be like, hey, this is what we do. So like the videos are still an asset, even if they don't have a relationship.
So they just bought their way in.
Well, I don't know, maybe. Probably it's that they had different views on like what kind of content they wanted to do. Like they wanted to do content X and PG wanted to do content Y. And then they just couldn't come to an agreement.
Tom Wilson says that they uploaded.
Oh,
Tom Wilson said that they uploaded 2 Peachy videos the day after he said that he departs.
yeah, well, no, and they said clearly in those videos, this was Peachy's second last video, and this was Peachy's last video. They make that very clear. Yeah, I saw those. It's not like quick, get them out while he's like before people know that he's gone. Like it wasn't like that.
Okay.
There's probably some agreement they had that as they severed ties, they made an agreement about content, and he probably stipulated, you know, like there's those 2 videos of him, they gotta get released.
But it's maybe I don't know, maybe we overcome the fact that someone is leaving another channel.
Yeah, sure. But it is news. Like this is the news this week. It just happened.
Yeah.
That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah. No, the news is that the yellow cube is going to hit things again. That's news. At least
that's what I was going to ask about, actually. Why is everything right now being yellow cube notes? Simon, what are you doing? What have you been Apocrypha now doing?
Well, he's apparently the yellow cube is about to hit again. Finally, I saw Miscast do it first, and then I wrote. I did the funny post, and he responded funnily but a little bit awkward to it. And then Ben contacted me and said, "Well, there's something about to happen and whatnot. I don't want to spoil the fun, but
cool.
Okay,
so
nice.
apparently we're going to have another yellow cube already. I wasn't expecting it to happen because February is apparently a very busy month because if I recall it correctly, the NCT, the non-combat tabletop thing went off in around this time last year. And it's
Simon, what do you mean last year? It started in 2022.
What are you serious?
Apple picking 28 started in 2022, and that's what kicked everything off. I actually had it as an idea for a future stream idea. We could have a whole thing of where it's grown from there.
Cool. Good idea.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, guys.
Good idea. I just need to answer the phone.
Okay.
Sorry.
Speaking of future stream ideas, Simon just confirmed that he has shipped off his termagants to me from the Great Termagant Exchange. So they are the final box of termagants that we are waiting for from abroad, which means that I no longer have any more time to finish. Well, no, I need to get cracking on finishing my termagants because I was dragging my hooves on them because I'm like, Simon's termagants aren't here yet. I got lots of time. And now Simon's termagants will be here imminently. So what I was going to say is that it means that we could probably do, I want to like review go through all the termagants from the termagant swap on a stream. So conceivably that could be one of our next episodes.
Yeah, that when they arrive, do that one.
Yeah.
I want to put something up. I thought we actually were going to be sticking to that time limit of getting them in painted early. Now I've realized because that
never happens. It never happens. We're going international. People have shit going on. Like Deshonde kind of made like what seemed like a sneaky comment about, well, gee, I'm so glad I painted them on time. And like the people who painted them on time get massive points. But I never for a second thought that we were going to actually stick to the time.
But I feel bad now because I did like a really quick contrast bit with me painting for the first time for a while, and I'm seeing everyone else had a time they put into it. I feel like really bad that mine are not like.
Oh, you think
I
yours are
didn't
like not
spend
up to
as
snuff
long.
or something?
It's more of a everyone spent more time doing theirs up and everything, and I went with the contrast, and then I've painted a few things afterwards. I'm like, I kind of wish I did the standard method, like without doing this contrast, like dry brush everything up. Realizing I would have had more time to do it, but then
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
looking
dude.
at it with how cold it is, my painting area, I wouldn't be able to paint that much. I might have had like an extra couple of weeks to be able to do it, and it's just like, right, it's just like, would I have got it done in time, or would we still be waiting now for me to be able to have it warmed up a bit more? And it's like, next time though, I will be taking my time, my sweet ass time with it.
Good. Yeah, don't worry about it. No biggie. I'm not concerned.
Speaking of time, I'm gonna be quitting pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
Gotta get up pretty early tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of losing steam hobbying here.
Are you doing anything exciting
And
tomorrow, or just
No, just usual stuff.
stuff? Yeah.
Nothing exciting. Clean the house, buy stuff, just usual busy stuff. And with our third dog on the house, things have just gotten to be a bit more hassleful.
Oh, I forgot about the third
But
dog.
yeah. I tried to
shit.
forget about it too, but I can't.
I totally screwed up this guy's pose. He's supposed to be like climbing over this wall, and I didn't really think about where his other leg was gonna go. Now I'm kind of stuck in a corner where the leg is just kind of like flopping on the ground because he's on a weird angle.
Oh dear. I found out what the yellow cube stuff is because a proper for now has just posted about it.
Okay.
I don't know if I should wait for Simon to get back.
You should wait for Simon to get back.
Go.
Hopefully he comes back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yellow cube is Simon's baby.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, non-combat 28 is Simon's baby. Without.
Oh right.
Little as much as, but I love the fact that it's just grown from. That's why I want to do. I think like a proper stream for it is good.
There we go. Non-combat
timing.
tabletop is Simon's baby. Yellow cube is like one of his adoptive nephews, I think.
Because I've just noticed Apocrypha now has posted about Yellow Cube 2024.
He did.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Good. No, people will probably best just check it out. Just if you want to know where this whole thing comes from, he just last year he in the summer he made a kind of a fan-made supplement for the role-playing game Morkborg. And he kind of, I think he, this old RPG monster, the cube, the gelatinous cube thing.
Yeah.
I think that was his original starting point, and he made up this yellow cube that kind of infects people. And in that role playing supplement, if it was kind of the end boss was just this yellow cube, and if your adventurer was out of luck, it got its head turned into a yellow cube.
Okay.
Which is something different in an RPG than in on the tabletop, and that's where kind of he, I think for funsies, just built someone with a yellow cube head, and then it started that people kind of picked up that concept.
Nice.
Cool.
Which is
terrible. I find it super
which is what I love about this is that that it's very artistic. Like, he gave so little, and people just came up with all kinds of ideas. Like, there were whole armies built with that concept in mind, and that was pretty cool. And ultimately, it kind of made him like a little celebrity, which he then used in a very good way, because his mother passed away a couple of years ago, and she was till her final days. She was in a hospice.
Yep.
Hospice,
And,
yeah.
And
Hospice, yeah.
And what he kind of used his new internet fame for was he made a raffle for getting money for this hospice, and it was quite a big amount. And if you look through the people who added stuff to the prize pool, that was pretty impressive to see, like Osprey and quite a few large companies contributing.
Oh, good. Nice. I thought you were going to say like quite a few really well-known artists, but when like the companies are actually donating, that's amazing.
Yeah, I donated some fish, but an artist donating stuff is like he's donating his time, and especially artists don't get paid very well, and if you really do this for a living, I think that's completely different. But from my experience from begging at companies, they're always very hesitant to just give away their stuff for free. They will always, which is fine,
Yeah, because you've got to make sure the person is legitimate.
Well, that's one thing, and it costs them money in the end.
Yeah.
And from my experience, they will try to find a way that is cheapest on their end. And again, no offense in there, but so if someone is really taking quotation marks money into their hands and donating that to such a cause as a company, I think that's really cool.
Oh, it wasn't product. They were donating money.
No, they were donating product, if I recall correctly, or vouchers.
Yeah.
Which is money in the end, after all, right?
Yeah. Right. But I thought they made like a cash donation or something. I was confused.
Oh no. Yeah, so that's the yellow cube running around right now, and apparently in the next couple of days, destroying Instagram again.
Yeah.
Cool. Flynnhammer, what were you going to say?
Seeing if I could bring up that post. I'm going to try and bring up that post and post it in the chat. But as we've gone to hobby happenings.
Oh yeah.
I know this is something we were going to touch on from last stream, but we didn't get time to, because we went really into the
Simon's Ding Dongs.
World building.
Yeah, Simon's Ding Dongs.
Right.
Woohoo.
And so one of the things, so it's going to be like any that sort of like community challenges happening right now, and one of them is from friend of all here is Frankendoodle. They have
starting to break up. Yep.
All right,
sorry, what Flynn said was a friend of the stream, Frankendoodle, has got a challenge. Yeah, go ahead, Flynn.
So they reached 1,500 followers. Now, if you haven't seen Frankendoodle, go and check them out. But what they are doing is a retro, let me get the right words for it, a retro glow up challenge, where you take an old character model design and you update it from an old edition to new updated version. So for example, you get old One Eye and you use the new Screamer Killer model and you update him to a beefier, scarier Khan effects.
And our dear host cheated into this.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you took Io Butov to to update the old warrior kids.
No.
Cheater.
I am not entering old warrior kits into Frankendoodle's thing.
So you can also do like if you want a Phoenix Lord, or if you are so inclined, a Space Marine character.
Don't do a
If you
Space
want- if you're
Marine.
not
You'll be
deciding to
lame if you
throw-
do a Space
If
Marine.
you're not
Never
deciding
let
to
you live it
throw
down.
them around. But you
Do a
you
Space
could take
Marine, I'll never let you live
anything
it down.
and update it. And Franklin was also mentioned that you can enter something you've either already started working on.
Jones, your video is
or-
up again.
Oh shit! Thank you.
Or something you've already completed for it, but you've got until end of March. And painting is optional if you're like some of us who don't really paint.
All
one
challenges
of
should
them.
be painting optional, I believe.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Golden Demon challenge, for example.
Painting optional. Who the hell needs paint on the Golden Demon? Come on.
Scrap Demon. We want Scrap Demon back.
Well, if you listen to the drama in the community lately, the challenge is optional.
Yeah. Speaking of a painting challenge, there is. I'm going to pronounce it. Jamie Paints is doing a 5,000 follower painting competition, very similar to Ryan's Minis competition, of where Brian Mini got you to paint a Hormigant. Jane Paints is getting you to paint a Termagant.
Oh.
And but there's a caveat to it where it is you paint. It's achieving something unique with the paint, with the model. So they list out what they mean by unique, but the primary goal is just achieving something unique with it. So that could be your paint.
Well,
scheme.
their color scheme is very like, God, what's the word for it? I always forget it. People accuse me of it sometimes. What's the name for that? Synthwave?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so their scheme is very synthwavy, so maybe it's like that in mind.
Yeah, I will try. I can't really read it out right now because I think either it's a unique pose, unique kit bash, unique base, or a unique paint job. They want to see crazy stuff, is what they say in their post. And lastly, one of the last ones I picked out is Smash Bash is back. So this is posted by Totally Not Panicking.
Yeah.
There's only a single category this year. There's going to be 3 trophies, 1 winner, and it's no holds barred death match. And there's no limit on how many entries you can have.
Can someone explain?
This is really wild.
Simon, can you explain Smash Bash to me? I feel like I've never really understood what it's doing.
It is when you take a Golden Demon as the glam rock of high quality painting.
Glamorous one, yeah.
Yeah. Smash Bash is the punk, dirty little fucked up artistic brother to it.
Okay.
So it is.
Sorry.
Fuck. It's less about having like super clean things going on. It's all about atmosphere and going crazily wild. When you look at the results from last year, they were insane. They had different categories, which I really enjoyed. It wouldn't be something that I would join or try to win at, because there are people out there that are way more crazy than I am, and
You're pretty crazy, bud.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
yeah.
they're even more crazy.
Yeah.
And for example, Veronica thing,
my
very
God, I hate my
kind,
life.
I think Swedish lady. I forgot her handle. Florence something. She built like there was last year. There was a monster category where you had to enter something huge, and she did like a massive, incredibly huge doll. Like a children's doll, which you cut open, and you could look into the belly and the face and the head and the legs and everything. And she sculpted
Yes.
and bashed stuff
It
into
was
the
so
inside of it.
cool.
Oh, I don't know if I saw
Sorry for
this.
interrupting you. Yeah, it was amazing.
That
I
kind
saw
of
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
You saw that or you didn't?
I don't think I did.
Oh Jesus!
Look
Yeah,
it up.
that is really crazy shit.
We'll look up Veronica
and-
something nice Swedish lady. If you figure it out, Simon, can you let me know what her handle is?
Yeah,
If someone
give me a
knows
sec.
what Simon's talking about, can someone share it in the chat?
Smash Bash winner 23 might work.
Yeah, let me. Give me a second.
Colossal Moloch. I'm just trying to post these other ones.
She
Tom
goes
was-
by her name is Veronica Levin, and her handle is fluorescentia.grotesque.
That's exactly basically what Tom Wilson has
How the
just
hell
posted.
do you... Okay, thank you, Tom, because I don't know how to spell fluorescentia.
Okay, let me just post. Okay, I've got the.
Florencia.
Okay, you got it.
I've got the Smash Bash entry page, but it's just.
I posted
YouTube is-
her profile in the link in the
Perfect.
comment section.
Perfect. I've posted like the bit for the actual Smash Bash website for our sign-ups bit, so I can actually try and find her.
Oh, wow.
Better.
Okay, I have not seen this person before. I have not followed this person.
But
She's-
that is just gruesome and brilliant. at the same time.
Oh.
And
Oh my god, and the
she's
thing
very,
opens... Oh, wow. Holy cow.
She's
Sorry,
a
go ahead.
very, she's a very kind and fun person to talk to.
Uh-huh.
Very interested and approaching. And yeah,
And with crazy
she's-
grim art. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oof.
Wow.
And she's also a mother of 3 kids.
Yeah.
And she kind of shares her family lives from time to time in her stories.
Yeah.
And she's almost, I don't want to make it too big, but she's really fun, and she's very proud of her kids, who are very individual and very all have their kind of artistic styles already. And she's developing a game with her youngest son about where she uses drawings and his ideas to make a game out of it. But her older kids are also very individualistic, but not in a weird, super strange way. But she's, I think it looks like she's very supportive, but she's also very open about public mental issues and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
all in all, great person, I would say, from what I have experienced.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a crazier artist. Like she doesn't do tabletop standard. She does her paint style is one color and maybe a wash to crank up the contrast, and that's it.
Yeah.
But it's all about the impact the whole piece has.
Oh my god, I hate my life. Sorry, I have this arm I'm trying to glue on and it just like won't glue, and it's fucking driving me up the wall. I put like baking soda in there, I put super glue, and nothing.
Right, I'm just trying to post a link to Veronica's profile, and my Chrome keeps crashing every time it's about to load up to let me post it. So
Because your Chrome
I-
thinks that her stuff is too out there.
I did it.
Oh, good.
Already
Yeah,
did.
Simon put it in the chat.
Good, because I can't even load anything up. It's just not even letting me see that you posted it. It's just bah. So that is all the hobby happenings. One I had from last time, and two what we got for the yellow cubes.
Cool. Thanks, Flynn.
Now, I don't know if the comment has come part through and I have completely missed it. So Diana, if you have posted it, I'm sorry for missing it, but it is if you're enjoying this our Xenos shit show, drop a like. If you're watching this later, and you don't want to miss out on any, subscribe. Because obviously, if you're watching and you're commenting in the chat, you need to actually be subscribed to do that. Ring the bell as well, just so you can get notifications of when we go live, or even when Nick posts something else. And if you're watching later on, drop a comment, see what you've enjoyed or what you got planned. Stuff like that.
I hope you've enjoyed me swearing. What I'm trying to figure.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it the night.
Are you retiring?
Yes, I am retiring, my dear.
Thanks for joining, Marco.
Very
Yes,
well.
thank you, Phil. I had a lot of laughs. I'll take Simon's ding dongs with me to my bed. And I'm looking forward to our next meetings, chats.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that the next stream is going to be us going over the Gaunt swap Gaunts, but we'll have to see.
Yes. Well, stay well. Eat the universe. See you soon, bros. Bye-bye.
See you soon, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Eat the universe. There's a good war cry for us.
Oh, that's right.
Eat the universe.
Mentioning the universe.
Yeah.
And Masters of the Universe. Simon,
there we go.
What did you think?
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. There were quite a few surprises. What I really enjoyed it is that they tied everything together, like that. Like there have been some, if you will, lore gaps, because Masters of the Universe lived through different developing stages. And for example, in the beginning, the sorceress and Tila wasn't clearly separated. So in the very first He-Man comic, coming with the toy, you have a green colored Tila, which was always called the Green Goddess, but it never made an appearance afterwards. But since it was the very first comic book, people were asking like, what's this all about? And never got an answer to it. And that was worked into this last series. And I like that it made an appearance. To be 100% honest, since I never really watched the TV show, I cannot say that how it relates to the original show. I just regard Masters of the Universe not as a cohesive storyline because it never made sense in the first place. So I enjoy this very much. And if in the first series, in the first part, they're called parts. So in the first part, suddenly someone died, and I was really shocked by that. And afterwards, before watching the new season, I rewatched the first two parts.
Revelation,
Revelation, and became aware that I wasn't as shocked as much anymore as I was in the first part, because when you look at that and you are expecting a series that can go on forever and ever, you will be disappointed. But when you look at that as like masters of the universe, like this is a clash in every minute of it, then you will get what I don't know if you get what you expect, but it is way more pleasant to watch it in that way. And yeah, in that regard, I like that they kind of keep the main characters in focus and don't segue into other characters. On the other side, of course, there are a few characters I would have loved to see more about, but then it would have derailed completely. So what they did was, for example, have little side characters have like a cameo appearances, yes. For example, in the first, you had Stinkor, one of my favorites. And I think it was in the very first episode that he showed up. And he never reappeared, but that was fine because I saw him and I enjoyed his, appearance. And that's cool. Like, they made the effort to show him and give him his 5 minutes, and then he's gone again, and that's cool.
Yeah, it's like I know in Revelations in part 1 and part 2, you had Fisto show up.
Yeah,
but you didn't have some other character show up, like the battering ram guy. I can't remember his name, but he didn't show up in the first one. But then he shows up in Revolution.
Yeah,
so,
Ram Man.
Yeah, there's like bits of like you might not have your favorite character or favorite side character show up, but he might show up in the next one.
Yep.
And what's your opinion on the fact that it's been like Revelations was split into 2 parts, so it was 5 and 5, but then Revolution was only just 5 episodes?
I think it's okay because the story needed to progress. I feel like we are doing spoilers here, right?
Well, we're not giving away any of the story. We're not giving away the story. We're just like, these are the episodes and stuff.
Okay,
so that's the episode numbers.
So there's like Hordak is hinted at the end of Revelation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his appearance was great. I really enjoyed it. And let me phrase it differently. So we have Revelations, and we have now Revolution, which when you watch it till the very end, Revolution is a very fitting name for it.
Yeah.
In many ways. And now the next one has to be Rebellion. But if you kind of know the lore a bit, then it's obvious why it needs to be Rebellion. If you don't know it, you will probably never get the pun.
Yeah. Like that's why I'm starting to be like, without giving any spoilers away for any of it, Kevin Smith doing it, he is like the nerd of Hollywood, and he will try and be as true to stories as possible, even more so than Henry Cavill, because obviously, like, everyone knows how Henry Cavill always wants to be as true to source material as possible.
Yeah,
Kevin Smith is that, and then some, but you don't really. He's not as vocal as Henry Cavill has been, but obviously Henry Cavill has had to be vocal because of the whole stuff with The Witcher.
But the funny part is that there's so much to know about Masters of the Universe lore, but the wonderful thing is that there's no cohesive storyline. So you have different story arcs in different books that have different. For example, the German audiobooks are completely different to what the show was.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it, that you don't have a correct way of producing it. And I think that gives Kevin Smith great freedom to handle the material as he sees fit. And some people like that and some people don't, but I like what he's doing.
Oh, I've just got to see. I'm trying
Right?
to see. Tom Wilson says in chat that the Green Goddess is the name of a type of fire engine here in the UK.
Oh,
It's the one the army uses when the fire service goes on strike. Not very often now recently, but I remember the Green Goddess is coming out. Tired Levin says those gene sealer claws make the warrior look even more threatening.
that's the idea.
And
And also, I saw Moon424 saying that you should big on a bigger base. I do a thing where I paint my Tyranids on a smaller base, but then I actually attempt, like when I put them on their final base, it's a bigger one. So what I was trying to figure out is that I want to have him like not on the base because I made this awkward pose. I'm going to elevate the base, the piece of terrain a bit off with some sprue or something, make it look more like he's jumping over something. Because if I put him flat on the base, his back hoof or back, fuck this, hold on.
I know what you mean. He's gonna see it properly on the base.
His back claw is touching the base if I mount the scenery flush. So I kind of fucked up. So to make it look more like he's jumping rather than falling over this wall, I'm going to elevate it a little bit off the base. Sorry, Flynn, you're breaking up.
Gosh, we need a fund for getting Flynn a proper device.
Yeah. No, it's not that. It's the charge of my laptop going up and down day, and it's just like.
Is your laptop not plugged into the wall?
No, oh no, I've got it plugged in, but it's like if it's been plugged in for too long, it overheats and everything.
Yeah. So back to what Simon said. We need to get you a better laptop.
Ironically, this laptop's about it's come up to 2 years old. But
or
no,
any
but
other
I was thinking
device that.
What?
Yeah. No, okay, I'll just say what I was going to say. I thought you were putting it onto a 40mm base so you can use it for Kill Team, because Kill Team is only 40mm.
To be clear, I will be using it for Kill Team, but I think it looks better on a slightly larger base. But you're right that in Kill Team Warriors have 40mm bases. It's like stipulated in the rules.
I think that's going to get changed soon.
Fuck the rules.
I just pick whatever base looks good. I really don't care what size base things are supposed to be on. It's actually a downside if your base is larger in Kill Team, because people can target you based on being able to see your base. And what?
I was going to say, why don't you use cork to raise up your base a bit?
Because I'm going to glue this onto a textured base. An urban textured base. I don't want cork. Good suggestion, but
yeah,
I have sprue. Why not use sprue?
I have sprue.
I was just thinking cork for concrete.
No, I'm good. Good suggestion, but I'm going to go with this.
It's just because I like using cork for a lot of bases. That's why.
Yeah.
Marco said he was going with a snake, right?
He was going with a gene sealer called Symbol.
Yeah. He liked the snake. We've sent him we put the what do you call it? Giant guy symbol.
Yeah.
Thingy.
No, I was just trying to. He said that. Snake. I think he said it in one of his posts that his dudes were something about large snake or worm or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Job's a good one. Okay.
The new Gene Stealer claws are brilliant, I think, for conversions.
Heck yeah, guy.
Just seeing you use them.
Flynn, you're dying again.
They just.
Oh Jesus! Flynn's out of luck today.
Fifth
Yeah,
member has
but
taken
it's
over for
just-
Flynn.
I think Wi-Fi around here is just deciding to go no because my Chrome tab keeps crashing as well. Every
Right.
time it's my connection to you guys crashes. So I think that's something going saying it's signal. But
And now we hear
I'm just
nothing.
thinking that other stream. Yeah, that's because I stopped talking for a second.
Oh, okay.
Just a thought. I think that Bits for Kits tier list stream as well would be good to do soon as well. But obviously we've got Time Against Swap, non-combat review, and that I think would be the best way of doing it. It's just we've had
Oh,
Tyranid
damn
Kits
it.
for nearly a year.
I just hope this stupid parcel makes it over.
It's gonna make it.
It will make it.
Not concerned.
You have the efficiency of the German postal system,
Yeah, but then it meets
Well,
the
but-
inefficiency of the Canadian postal system.
which is
Oh,
more
wait,
efficient than the
wait.
British postal system.
Hold on. I need to say something because Moose asked a long time ago what the deal with this Tyranid torso is, and I guess he missed the part where I explained what it was. So for anyone who missed the part where I explained what it was, this is a torso that was sculpted by Io Butov, and he gave it to me to release on my Patreon to Patreon members, anyone who's in a paid tier. There's another version of it which is just a normal Tyranid warrior torso, less of like a prime, has like way more detail on the back than a standard warrior torso. But yeah, this is a really cool torso that combines the Tyranid prime, like the normal walking prime shoulder plates with the winged prime back thing, and it's got some cool detailing on the front that I went into earlier. I'm actually assembling this guy so he can be the demo model for what this looks like for folks. Yeah, so this is going to be available to anyone who's paying any kind of money to my Patreon. This is a thank you to subscriber people, and this is a kind of ongoing thing that I've got with Bootop. We'll see like what we do or how far we go with it, but he's happy to create randomness for me to share with people who love Tyranids, because when he creates randomness, it doesn't go over well on cults, apparently. So there's already some Tyranid skulls and corpses on my Patreon that he did previously that we were talking about. So yeah, that's what these are. Sorry for taking so long to respond to that comment.
Yeah, you distracted bugger.
I was too busy swearing because the glue wasn't holding on the arm. Hence the giant wad of baking soda on the right shoulder.
Which you now have to sand off.
Sorry?
Which you now have to sand off.
I don't think all that baking soda is actually dried to super glue. I think that's just powder on top. I think I'll be able to brush some of it out, but I'm going to wait till it's dry.
Nick, is that a gene stealer head you've used?
What?
Is that a gene
Yeah.
stealer head with the warrior crest?
Damn it, I can't remember whose this is. Is it Hive Fleet Varanus?
Okay.
Someone pioneered this conversion, which is indeed merging the new Gene Stealer heads with a warrior head. And I loved it because I feel like it looked a lot more like the Tyranid warriors from the new Space Marine game, which is coming out who knows when. And it's so good.
Oh, that's been announced. That's actually been announced. That got announced this like yesterday.
About bloody time.
So, it was. I saw it on Varrock video. I can't remember. I think it is September or something like that.
Whoa! I thought they were supposed to come out like this year. No, last year. It was supposed to come out in 2023. No, it was supposed to come out in 2023.
Okay.
Well, they're a little bit late for that now.
Yeah.
It was going to come out last year anyway.
November.
No,
yeah.
But I know it got delayed. But you'd rather that game gets delayed to make it better. And also, we've been waiting years for it anyway. I just want to check because they've announced it.
Damn it. I can't figure out who came up with this idea of using these heads. It's not Hive Fleet Varanus. It's not Hive Fleet Diaconus. Damn it.
Okay, so Nick, it's 9th of September this year. So 9/9.
I probably don't even have a computer that can play it, so I don't really care. But thank you. Thank you for sharing that information.
You could borrow your mate's PS5.
Yeah, I'd need to get a PS5 from someone first.
Or Xbox or whatever, but it's just that I'm just so annoyed that I can't get that Space Marine box. You know, the one we get the Termagants and the
Oh, the
Captain
one
Titan.
that Simon got?
Yeah, because it's still not available in the UK.
That's weird. Okay, so I can't remember who did this. Someone did this recently. It's not my idea, it's someone else's idea to take.
I can send you one.
Yeah, Simon has that box. So this is not my idea. This is someone else's idea. I can't remember who it was. I can't find the profile. It was to take a Gene Stealer head. So yeah, definitely do this. Highly recommend it. This is actually how I killed my thumb, was cutting this. So don't be an idiot like me when you're doing it. But if you shave down the warrior head, it works pretty well. Why am I looking at my little tiny screen to see if this is... And now I'm getting some kind of error message on my stream. I think it might be time to wrap this up, boys. Got to go to...
I think you're dying.
Shit. Okay, well, let's call it here. What is wrong? I got to go. Thank you all. Can you hear me now? Hydra?
Yeah.
Flynnhammer? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on to the stream, and thank you to Hive Fleet Moloch, who had to leave early. Thanks to all the fine folks in the chat. Feel like we could have been more on top of the chat, but oh well. But thank you all for putting up with our nonsense. What's that?
We always can.
True,
I feel like that's something we always say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, happy to chat with you guys. Happy to we talked a little bit of Alien Worlds, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a bit.
Ding dongs.
Oh, the ding dongs. Right. We'll always have the ding dongs.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you to everyone. If nothing else, thank you to everyone who made it for the live stream. Thank you to everyone watching this after the fact. If you are watching this after the fact, can you please just leave a comment on the video so that we know you're out there? And yeah, I'm hoping to do a work in progress Wednesday stream on Wednesday. We'll see how that goes. And if the dudes, if not, we'll be back here in 2 weeks' time. But I really, really hope to... What? Moon44 said warriors with Gene Stealer heads, him, question mark. I don't get it. Sorry. Anyway.
Who did it?
Moon44 was the one who did it?
Essentially.
I don't know what Moon44's Instagram is. Wouldn't it be me? I don't know. Sorry. So yeah, we hope that in 2 weeks' time we'll be able to go over the Gaunt exchange, which would be exciting. Do it all live. And yeah, I'll look forward to that. Woo!
Oh, apparently Moon44 posted a link which didn't show.
Oh, Moon44, can you let us know the name? Not everyone can post links, unfortunately. So if you can let us know the handle of the person who did the warrior heads, that would be most helpful. You can just post that in the chat. Yeah, other than being pissed off with how this guy's pose makes him look like he's falling over. I'm really happy with how he turned out. I love the Gene Stealer head. I made sure to give him 2 different bone swords. So one of them looks more like a sword and one of them looks more like a cleaver. Just for a little bit of variety. Got some Gene Stealer Rending Claw arms on here, which I thought would work well with warriors. I think they're still pretty good. Though I wouldn't put them in the upper socket. They look good in the lower socket. And we got some Gene Stealer clawed feet here. So he doesn't have hooves. So this is just like the Tyranid warrior that Gene Stealer's made. But yeah. Further evidence of how useful the Gene Stealer kit is. And I even put little tiny clawed feet on this warrior from the Gene Stealer kit, but I'm not as happy with these as the other one.
Makes me think of this meme with when the Van Ryan Leapers showed up with the Lictor and the Homogond being accused of having a bastard baby.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, this is the bastard baby of a Gene Stealer and a warrior.
Oh man, is Moon 44 here? I think Moon 44 might have left. Haven't gotten that name yet.
I think I did. Did the link not show? It wasn't them. Yeah, the link doesn't show at all. Moonty. Just type the name. If you know the name of the person, we can have a look.
Yeah, I kind of said
If
that.
you're
I'm
not a
worried
mod,
Moon
you
44 might have left.
Yeah. If you're not a mod, it won't post for you. That's why.
Okay, folks, I'm out.
All right, dude. Talk to y'all later. Have a great weekend. And a great next week.
You all.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, wait. Moon 44 saying maybe I got blocked from posting a link. Come on, Moon 44. Send it through.
I didn't block anything.
The problem is that, like, everyone watching on YouTube gets a delay.
Yeah, they get about 10-second delay.
Oh, I need to pee.
You go, Simon. Get out of here.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm literally only holding out. Whoa.
Holding out for a Moon 44.
Come on, Moon 44. Hook us up. My God. This is excruciating. Right. I might just go. And Moon 44, if you're on Instagram, can you send me a message with the name of the handle? Thanks for trying, Flynn.
Or just post it. If refresh this after the stream ends, and you can post a comment with it there.
I posted the name. I don't see the name.
No, name's not.
You see it
at all? No. Why
all I see is Wars with Gene Stealer had. Did the link not show? Not me. Oh, did you put an at? Don't put an at in front of it, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, if you put an at, it might work. Space them out, the letters, something like that. Maybe it's also a rude word that it won't even flag up for me to review.
Put it in a sentence, maybe? The person who made the Warriors was, and then the name? Rather than just posting the name? I don't know. Or if you're on Instagram, send it to me in an Instagram message. Okay, this is getting a bit much. What I'm gonna do.
It's go post it in the comments, he said. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
When we in the stream, we can refresh. We can see it tomorrow.
I'll find out. When I post this warrior, I'll tag the person who came up with the Gene Stealer heads because it's so friggin' smart. And everyone needs to do it because it makes your warriors so much more modern. The key thing, though, if you're doing it, you have to take the nostrils off the front of the Gene Stealer. Warriors don't have nostrils. And conveniently, once you carve them off, the ridge of the Tyranid warrior carapace that you put on top kind of sits where the nostrils should be. So that's my hot tip. That's what I'm going to do for this guy, too. I'm going to get this head. I'm going to get this head. I'm going to cut him down, make him fit. All right, that's all for now. Everyone, have a good weekend. Have a good week. Happy hobbying. Hope you stay inspired. Flynnhammer, thank you so much for joining me. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.